In the early 2000s, a high school in a small town had a yearbook committee that took its job very seriously. Everything was going smoothly until one night in October when some committee members stayed late to finalize the design. As they worked in the dimly lit room, a weird sense of unease settled over them. At one point, one of the students, Jenna, noticed that a photo of a student named Brian had an unusual aura. In the photo, Brian's expression seemed almost blank, with his eyes appearing unnaturally dark. Jenna pointed it out to her friends, who dismissed it as a trick of the light or a result of bad editing. Later that week, Brian, who had been a quiet but well-liked student, suddenly went missing. The entire school was in shock, and there was a massive search effort, but Brian was nowhere to be found. The authorities were baffled, and despite their best efforts, Brian's disappearance remained unsolved. A few weeks after the disappearance, Jenna decided to revisit the yearbook committee room, feeling unsettled. She discovered that the yearbook had been accidentally printed with a strange, almost ghostly image of Brian's face on every page. It was as if he was staring out from the pages. The yearbook had to be recalled and reprinted, but the creepy images remained a chilling reminder. Brian's disappearance was never explained, and some say that the eerie photo was a premonition of his fate. The yearbook committee members who had stayed late that night never forgot the unsettling experience, and the incident became a part of the school's eerie lore. The Phantom in the Gym. In the late 1990s, a high school in a quiet suburban area had a reputation for being haunted, though most students and staff dismissed it as superstition. One night, the school's basketball team stayed late to practice in the gym. The team had been preparing for an important game, and their coach was pushing them hard. As they practiced, one of the players, Tom, noticed something strange. The gym's lights flickered intermittently, casting odd shadows on the walls. Tom could have sworn he saw a figure standing in the corner of the gym, watching them. He tried to brush it off as fatigue or a trick of the light. But when he glanced back, the figure was still there. It seemed to be a tall, shadowy outline with a vaguely human shape. Tom told his teammates, but they laughed it off, thinking it was just Tom's imagination. As the practice continued, the strange occurrences intensified. The gym's temperature dropped suddenly, and the players could see their breath in the air. The lights flickered more violently, and strange noises echoed through the empty gym. Finally, the team decided to call it a night. As they were leaving, Tom took one last look at the corner where he had seen the figure. To his shock, he saw a ghostly, transparent figure of a man in old-fashioned gym clothes staring back at him. The figure seemed to be pointing at something on the floor. The next day, a janitor discovered an old, dusty plaque hidden beneath the gym's bleachers. It commemorated a former student who had tragically died in a gym accident many years before. The student's name was Thomas, and he had been a star athlete who had died under mysterious circumstances. The gym was never the same, and the story of Thomas the Ghost became a chilling tale that circulated among students. To this day, students who practice late in the gym sometimes report seeing a shadowy figure and feeling an icy chill, reminding them of the mysterious phantom that once roamed their school.